Hey guys, so I just came from seeing a pre-screening of Shazam. This is the first DC film in a while. I've got to say this film really exceeded my expectations. This review will have spoilers. Up until now, Wonder Woman was my favourite DC film. This film, Shazam, is now my favourite DC film. It's also better than a lot of Marvel movies. This is definitely in the running, and it's only April, to be one of my favourite films of the year. This film had a lot of heart, darkness, what worked so well. The villain was absolutely brilliant. It was Mark Strong playing Dr. Zatanna or Zantana. It really worked. There were some moments in the film where he was terrifying, and the things that he did throughout the film. Shazam himself, Zachary Levi from Chuck, was awesome. I'm a big fan of him, so it was good to see him back on the big screen, or on the screens in general. He hasn't been in anything for a while. The 7 deadly sins themselves were pretty cool. I felt like the CGI could have, I don't know, some of the sins look cool, and I know they were going for that vibe. I just feel like all DC characters, villains look quite similar, like Steppenwolf. They all kind of horned CGI, but I liked the story that it went with, of Billy finding his real mother, which led to the ending that it worked out good for him, having that side of the family. Onto the side characters. The side characters, I can't name them all. There was 6. Standouts were Darla, Freddie, Mary, Eunice, I think Eunice, or Eugene maybe. And there was one other bloke who wasn't a talker much, but these guys were all really good. The partnership between Shazam and the Wizard at the start of the film, which is the original Shazam, obviously, was cool to watch. The fight scenes were cool. This was just a genuinely fun movie. For the first time, I'm going to be giving out a high score. You'll see my score at the end of this video, obviously. But Shazam worked in so many ways as a family film, as a dark film. It had John Glover from Smallville in a few key scenes as well. The beginning of this film was what really caught my attention. It didn't start off with Shazam. It started off as an origin story for the villain, which is something I feel like we haven't seen before in films, and props to DC for doing that. This film from start to finish is worth the watch. You see all of these, the Council of Wizards and the adopted children, obviously brought to life, which I think was spoiled in the pop vinyls, which I actually was able to avoid missing. I watched one trailer for this film, but I didn't continually look for spoilers, obviously. This is one I wanted to go into open-minded. I wasn't expecting too much from it. I was expecting an enjoyable film, but what I got was an absolute blast. If you haven't seen Shazam, go and see it. Let me know what you think. Let's get on to my scoring and final view. Just quickly, before I get into my overall score, I want to talk about the Easter eggs. Obviously, I won't talk about them all, but there were really cool Easter eggs to Batman, Superman, some other DC characters in the post-credit scene as well. Yeah, it just worked. There was a funny little cameo at the end as well, but the layer, also the scenes where Shazam is learning his powers, was awesome to watch, and there was just so much humor throughout this film. I loved it, guys. So my final score is a 9 out of 10. I can't remember the last time I gave a 9 out of 10 for a movie review. I also watched Us last week, which I'm going to be reviewing soon for you guys, but I wanted to get this one up and out after watching, and my thought. The comedy throughout this film really worked. This film had different layers, as I said, of darkness, the 7 deadly sins establishing themselves, the villain, and the confrontation with his father. Then you've got Shazam's side story. It just worked. It was fun. I'm going to buy it on DVD. I'm going to watch it again. This is definitely in the running for my film of the year, and it's only April, and there's 3 weeks to Endgame. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next video, and if you haven't watched Shazam, go and watch it. I hope you've watched it though, because I've said a lot of spoilers. Thanks for watching, guys.